ever since they started the first university in Nigeria.
Well, then that, I guess I suppose explains in some respects with the lack of control, the contraceptive imperialism that can take hold there.
Yes, sir.
You mentioned earlier, which caused me to worry, that if the Africa is family oriented and we have this encroachment of coercive contraception there going on, I can see the same thing happening there as it happened in China, in that with the one child mentality and control that's been going on, they don't have anybody then, no children, no male to take care of their parents later on in life.
Yes.
So this is going to be devastating. That's what's happening over in China, and
it certainly is potentially devastating there. The family size now in Africa is still large. The contraceptive imperialists have a long way to go in Africa, but their work, the work of the contraceptive imperialists is the work of a movement that's about 100 years old. They've been at this for quite some time, and
yes.
They set long-range goals and just work away. And one of the best places really to look at their work and to begin to understand it is to watch the influence of the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund, and to see the kinds of things that they're able to do when they go into a country like Nigeria. Fairly recently in Nigeria, there was a meeting to discuss population questions. There were representatives there from the World Bank, and shortly after, the government of Nigeria met with representatives from the World Bank. The government began, or some powerful figures within the government began talking about setting a family size in Nigeria. And I don't remember what the number was. I think it was four children per family, but it certainly wasn't 7 or 8. And it doesn't really matter. What happened there was that the World Bank, for reasons of their own, told the government, told officials in Nigeria, we want you to start working on reducing population. If you would like our money, and I don't have this on paper, I mean, and I'm sure that there isn't a paper trail for it, right. But the kind of pressure that they can bring is to say, listen, if you want money for roads or for factories, then you're going to have to do something about bringing down your population growth rate. And you know, we're just plain not going to lend money to you until we see that you have an effective program for bringing the population rate down. So the World Bank, you know, tells government officials explicitly, this is in writing, that a part of the overall review of projects includes looking at population plans. The World Bank, you know, went into Nigeria, told government officials, we need a population plan, and then the government comes forward with a population plan that most Nigerian people, I think, would find very offensive.
Yes.
I mean, if you were told that, you know, you have to reduce your family size to 4 children, that, you know, I mean, what does that mean?
How is going on by the World Bank now?
One of the clearest pieces of work by the World Bank in this area was in 1972. Robert McNamara, who was then president of the World Bank, visited Mexico City. Until 1972, at that time, Mexico had a very strong pro-natalist policy, working very hard to encourage Mexicans to continue producing the greatest people in the world, the Mexicans. Overnight, McNamara went in there, and you know, the meeting isn't on the record. I don't know what he said. McNamara showed up, and the following week, just right away, the Mexican government did an about-face and began working very hard to deal with the problem of overpopulation in Mexico. It's a problem they hadn't had 3 days before. That problem arrived with Robert McNamara. Whose problem was it? It was a problem for people north of the border who were concerned about I believe, who were concerned about Mexicans who weren't staying in Mexico, but who were coming across the border into the United States. So in order to maintain national security for the United States, and also for some Europeans, the World Bank was able to put pressure on the government and force the government to do an about-face overnight.